at the time of the invasion and should be treated as prisoners of war. Vadim Prystaiko, Ukraine's ambassador to the UK, said the Britons were likely to be part of a prisoner swap, but the terms still needed to be agreed.
The important question, what is the price for this? Because Russians were talking about some Ukrainian MPs to be swapped for them. I don't want to go into details because this is very sensitive work of our Prosecutor's General's office, of the special services, how to communicate this, and it's done under the radar, which allowing these operations to happen.
Lawyers representing the United Nations Refugee Agency say they told the Home Office that the plan to send some asylum seekers to Rwanda was unlawful. The UN sought to clarify its position as part of a legal challenge against the plan, currently being heard in the High Court. The government insists the policy complies with national and international law. Police are searching for a man wanted in connection with the death of a 14-year-old boy in Manchester. The stabbing took place at a property in the Miles Platting area of the city last night. The child's mother is in a stable condition in hospital. These people who live nearby spoke to the BBC about the victims.
When they moved in, I always see the boy, he was little, but then I seen him grow. And now to see that he's died, it's crazy.
He was a good kid. Everyone around knew him. He always had his ball, just walking around in the street, dribbling and that. So
he was mad on football?
Yeah. He was a good lad. He was a good lad.
New figures suggest COVID infections are rising in the UK for the first time since the end of March. The Office for National Statistics estimates that almost 1 million people would have tested positive in the week ending the 2nd of June, up by about 50,000 on the previous 7 days. A report for the French government is recommending a new committee to pilot major events to try to avoid a repeat of the chaotic scenes before the Champions League final between Liverpool and Real Madrid. The document also looks at the reasons behind the problems at the Stade de France, as our correspondent in Paris, Hugh Schofield, explains.
The report says that the root cause of the chaos was the massing of a large crowd at the outer perimeter, of whom many were without proper tickets. It repeats the official French line that ticket fraud at the match was of unprecedented proportions. However, it was poor planning, poor crowd control and poor reactivity, it says, that made the situation dramatically worse. Signs which should have directed fans from the congested checkpoint to another had been taken down. And when up to half of tickets proved fake, the officials were overwhelmed. And then there was no route out for the people refused entry, leading to the potentially lethal crush.
The voice actor who played Alan Tracy in Thunderbirds, Matt Zimmerman, has died at the age of 87. The character was the youngest Tracy brother and piloted the Red Rocket Thunderbird 3. The makers of the series said Matt Zimmerman was always a ray of sunshine as well as a great talent. Two Ed Sheeran fans who travelled 4,000 miles to see the star play live in Sunderland have praised a police officer who came to their rescue after their car broke down. Harvey Cook takes up the story of how the officer ensured they got to the gig on time.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Excitement at being able to see the superstar singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran's gig at Sunderland's Stadium of Light had turned to despair for Denise Bowie and her 22-year-old daughter Elisa. After travelling all the way from Florida, their hire car broke down. PC Andy Jackson helped move the vehicle off the road. 2 hours later, he was driving back and saw Denise and Elisa still waiting for a recovery vehicle. PC Jackson took it upon himself to get the women to the gig. Denise said she was blown away by PC Jackson's willingness to go above and beyond and has hailed him their Superman.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
In the city, the 100 share index closed down 159 points, 7,318. And the weather, showers will continue into this evening over parts of Northern Ireland and Scotland. It will be mostly dry and fine elsewhere, and overnight lows of 13 Celsius in London, Cardiff, Edinburgh and Belfast. That's the BBC News. It's 5:05.
Justine, thank you very much. Go on then, Mr. Craig.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd.
Here we go. All Request Fridays, go! Are you ready? Gosh, course you are, you daft apers. 2 hours of great music chosen by you lot. Loads of chat, loads of fabulous callers. Can't wait to get stuck in.
Text 88291.
You are mine till 7 o'clock. Here we go. Nick and Rosh have been on. We love your show. It's our Friday ritual to listen. Normally we're chilling over some liquid refreshment, but today we're listening whilst travelling home from Cambridge to Camborne in Cornwall. We've been up to see our amazing friends Dave and Hazel. Please play this track. It was the soundtrack to a fabulous evening at Electric Greens, a fabulous neon-lit indoor crazy golf venue, a lot of words there, overlooking the River Cam. Nick and Rosh, it's a classic.